Saturday night.
Saturday night.
You and me, 2020.
TV's favorite soap has reason to celebrate. 50 years of GH.
It's the party of the year, right, Luke?
Must-see TV.
Think things get a little spicy on GH? Wait till you see this.
I'll be dishing with a real dish.
So here's an offer you can't refuse.
If you don't watch 2020 on Saturday night, I just may have to kill you.
Next, General Hospital, the real soap dish with Katie Couric on ABC.
It's showtime!
Tonight, General Hospital, the real soap dish with Katie Couric.
Girl, you gonna be in part time?
She sure is.
What kind of doctor are you?
I forgot. What was my line?
We're checking you in to the show that set the bar for daytime TV.
Whoa.
This isn't my baby.
The hell did that happen?
Big budget spectacles.
Oh my God!
The pop culture moments that had everybody talking. And the most watched episode in soap opera history.
30 million people.
You know, that wedding.
I curse on you, Laura and Luke.
Plus, all those famous faces that passed through the hospital doors. Ricky Martin, John Stamos, Demi Moore, and James Franco.
Can you hear me now?
Tonight, Port Charles like you've never seen before, where the claws come out,
Cat fights.
the stars hook up,
I mean, I married my leading man.
the shirts come off,
I think I slept with all of Port Charles and Texas.
and the music is always hot.
Working with John Stamos, I mean, it was really about our hair.
Everything it took to make it to the Big 5-0.
It's showtime!
Here's Katie Couric.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Port Charles. You won't find it on any map, but since 1963, die-hard fans have found it with no trouble at all. Along the way, they've witnessed hurricanes, earthquakes, a serial killer or two, their very own version of Mr. Freeze, comas, amnesia, plenty of paternity tests, and a lot of love in the afternoon. It's hard to believe it's been 50 years. So come with us as we admit you to General Hospital.
This is where we, the Walking Dead come in and we resuscitate.
Oh, excellent.
They get resuscitated.
Makeup.
Makeup,
I could use a little
everyone.
of this.
No, you are stunning.
This whole thing is stupid. It's not gonna air. Go home.
She plays Alexis Davis, but tonight, Nancy Lee Grahn is helping us expose one of daytime television's hottest soaps.
Everyone thinks, though, that all these young people on soap operas are exquisitely beautiful, and they're not. They're hideous when they walk in here.
Come on, Nancy.
And then the magic happens.
Can we use the same mark?
3, 2, meeting.
Cast members, please take your seats now. Hi, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in so long.
It's gonna be the best prom ever.
We're witnessing soap opera history in the making. It's showtime! So, you've had a rough time. Shot the day you returned to Port Charles? And I have a small part in it. Get ready for my big scene. More of my scene-stealing performance later. But first, we checked into General Hospital for 1 week.
Here to the stage. Standing by, guys.
We captured backstage dress rehearsals,
Got great knees.
peeked inside wardrobe closets,
We have lots of uniforms, and we have lots and lots of scrubs.
and soaked up all the sudsy soap dish.
Follow me. This is something never been done before.
You, the show's dedicated fans, have been waiting decades for.
I'm Cinderella and Barbie all rolled into one.
It's the cast and crew of General Hospital like you've never seen them before. All together for the biggest celebration in daytime television, the Big 5-0.
2, 3.
It's a fairy tale story that began on April 1st, 1963.
On grounds of their race.
JFK is in the White House. It's the height of the space race. And the chiffon's He's So Fine is topping the charts. On the American Broadcasting Television Network, a fresh new face is making his debut in black and white.
Angie, you listen to me.
Dr. Steve Hardy is a young chief of staff.
Why, we see it here every day, you and I, at General Hospital.
It's not Mayberry. In fact, the fictional town of Port Charles won't ever be known for its peace and quiet. GH, as fans would call it, would spend the next 6 decades crashing into homes 5 days a week, 1 hour a day.
We got a gas leak. No!
Over the years, there were spin-offs.
Welcome to the night shift.
One in prime time, one few heard of.
The Young Marrieds. That's a strange title. It was a spin-off.
And one involving vampires. Yep, vampires.
When it comes to 50 years, how do you feel about this major anniversary?
Overwhelmed. It's overwhelming. And the fan support has been extraordinary.
General Hospital is a place that you've got doctors in closets having sex with each other. You've got people rolling in and out with gunshots.
Pulse 142, respirations 34 shallow.
If the doctor says you clear this room, then you're out.
Sonia Eddy, who plays Nurse Epiphany Johnson, is a devoted fan herself.
When I called my mother and I told her that I was on General Hospital, she said to me, "Girl, you gonna be in Port Charles and you gonna be working in the hospital?" I said, "I'm the head nurse, Mama." She said, "Oh!"
Grandma would be doing needlepoint, smoking cigarettes, drinking tab out of a can with a straw. I remember Nurse Jessie and Steve Hardy in the earthquake. The set was shaking and it was it was an earthquake catastrophe kind of thing, and I was hooked.
The earth really moved.
All of America was hooked and in love with General Hospital. It was the daytime show that took soaps out of the soundstage and onto location. The new hip approach attracted a younger generation of viewers and launched the soap out of daytime and onto the cover of magazines.
I remember ditching my college classes.
Take me, Lucas Lorenzo Spencer.
So that I could be home to watch Luke and Laura get married.
The show even inspired a disco hit, General Hospital.
I can't be your fallback guy.
You're not the fallback guy.
Laura Wright is the 4th actress to play fan favorite Carly Corinthos Jax.
I've played a ghost, I've been blind, I've been married, I can't tell you how many times. I get to dress up in beautiful clothes, I get to cry on my hands and knees. I get to fall in love, I get to lose love, I get to be in cat fights.
I want to tell you!
I think a staple in daytime is women getting to see women beat the out of each other.
A lot of viewers may know Kelly Monaco for fighting for her life on the dance floor. But for 10 years, she's also been fending off vicious attacks on GH.
I remember a fight that I had with the character of Carly, and she picked up a real pool stick and whipped me in the back and across the ass so hard. I'm like, this was fake. What are you doing?
Daddy loves you.
The show's writers have always known how to strike a chord with true-to-life, raw, and emotional storylines.
I want Maxie to have BJ's heart.
It was a full week of, the daughter's dying, and the other one is in a car accident, and she's gonna die.
It was real. People lived through it emotionally, and it was hard to watch.
8.
The show also broke boundaries by including controversial storylines new to daytime television.
I tested positive for HIV.
A topic few soaps wanted to talk about.
This is the face of HIV. It's not so horrible, is it?
They were young, they were in love, and they were HIV positive.
They could not have picked a better character to give HIV to than Robin Scorpio. It hit home, and it hit home for the viewer because we had watched Kimberly McCullough grow up on the show from when she was 7 years old.
Do you feel like you have an opportunity to really educate people on this show?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. The tricky part about doing storylines like that is still somewhat making it entertaining. It's still a soap opera.
The show will go on. As a result, GH introduced the annual Nurses Ball, a way of entertaining viewers while raising HIV awareness at the same time. Lynn Herring, who plays the offbeat Lucy Coe, helped get the ball rolling in the early 90s.
You must feel so proud of that.
So proud. It's the best blend of art and educating people and making them laugh, and I always end up in my underwear.
She's gonna strip.
How do you end up in your underwear every time, Missy?
Every time. I think the writers sit and have a lot of wine and drink and say, what can we do to her? And
You get to have a lot of fun on this show, don't you?
I have the best job in the world.
Next, the famous faces that had some infamous layovers in Port Charles. From James Franco to Elizabeth Taylor.
You alluded at one point, Tony, to a sort of a fling, if you will.
Yeah. Plus, a new star who's already causing trouble, Katie Couric.
Prince Nicholas. Oh, what was my line?
Coming up.
Next week, we're rolling out the red carpet.
Welcome to the Nurses' Ball.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime event.
I'm really sorry it took me so long to do this.
Honoring 50 years of General Hospital.
Wasn't it a blast?
Join the celebration. General Hospital, weekdays on ABC.
General Hospital, the real soap dish, continues.
Welcome back. We're here in the Quartermain Mansion. I hope I don't run into Tracy. She scares me. But it would be fun to run into James Franco or Demi Moore. Some of the most famous faces in Hollywood have passed through Port Charles. Many got their start right here on General Hospital. Others were megastars before they even checked in.
I really found them fascinating.
In 1982, a 19-year-old got her first big break on General Hospital.
Sister?
Yeah, have you ever seen her?
Yeah, the night.
Demi Moore beat out 1,000 other actresses for the role of investigative reporter Jackie Templeton.
What was she saying?
She was yelling for help.
And you didn't do anything to help her?
She was a lot of fun. She was a little wacky and very free-spirited, and I think it was one of her first jobs.
Demi's biggest role before GH? The lead in the horror film Parasite. And she's not the only famous face who's passed through these hospital doors. Morgan Fairchild.
I gotta go vacuum the limo.
Roseanne Barr.
And you owe me, big guy.
Tyne Daly. Leonard Nimoy before Star Trek. George Takei after Star Trek.
Scorpio and his people are searching for her just like we are.
Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill, even TV legend Milton Berle.
Myself, I can't make it through the day without a martini.
All checked in here. Some already famous, and for some, their first role, and a glimpse at future stardom. MacGyver's Richard Dean Anderson got his start on the show.
Why are you trying to torment me with this fairy tale that PJ is Stephen Lars?
It's no fairy tale, Jeff. It is reality.
No, it's...
As did the future Joan of Arcadia, Amber Tamblyn.
Wait, I love you, Mommy.
Just 12 when she was spotted by GH casting director Mark Teschner.
She read for the role of Emily Quartermain. She hadn't done anything professionally.
I'm gonna go flying now.
And there was something incredibly exquisite about her acting.
Give me a nice line, girls, a nice line. Exhale.
Workout guru Richard Simmons appeared on the show after a chance meeting with an ABC executive.
I was sitting on a plane, and she said to me, "Were you the one that was really silly and did the exercise?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "You're going to be on General Hospital."
Everybody breathing, hold that stomach in. How do you expect to find a wealthy man? Blow it in.
In the fitness-crazed 80s, he kept the nurses of General Hospital in shape. Recently, he revisited Port Charles.
Like the Cinderella ball, that one? The ball that you fired me from?
Simmons knows he has General Hospital to thank for an early career boost.
It was a precious gift. Jeannie Francis said, "There's something in my dressing room for you." And it was bins of mail from young girls and young women and older women saying, "Can you help me lose weight?"
Many stars use General Hospital as their leap into prime time.
Jonathan Jackson is making music on Nashville these days, but before that, he was breaking hearts as Lucky.
Didn't want you to get too cold.
He read for me when I think he was maybe 11 or 12 years old. And at that time, I thought he was the most special kid I'd ever met.
It's not too late to back out.
Emma Samms went on to Dynasty. Janine Turner to Northern Exposure.
I'm gonna miss having you around.
And Kristen Davis to Sex and the City.
Sometimes I can be a little rigid.
Oh, that's not true. General Hospital cameos also give actors a chance to play against type.
All right, you two, that's enough of that. Now
In 2002, All in the Family's Sally Struthers played jealous Jennifer Smith, who kidnapped Luke and Laura in an attempt to get Luke to marry her.
I mean, if you don't want Laura at the wedding, I'll kill her first and then you can marry me.
The Brady Bunch's Barry Williams played a con man named Hannibal.
Here you stand on the threshold of stardom, balking over a piddly $500.
Meredith Vieira, then a host of The View, played the madam of an upscale prostitution ring.
You didn't just work for me. Like all my girls, you're your family.
And recently, Oscar nominee James Franco played a serial killer with psychotic glee.
Can you hear me now?
Who's that for?
That's for you.
He came in and we threw a lot of material at him because we only had him for a limited amount of time. So he would shoot episode after episode in one day.
Hey, Mom.
So we gave him quite a workout. And he did a great job of playing one of the most bizarre characters we've ever had on the show.
But the biggest star GH cameo came at the height of the Luke and Laura wedding phenomenon.
I wanted to see the kind of man you were. The kind of man that almost fooled my husband.
Elizabeth Taylor was a self-proclaimed superfan who asked the show for a guest stint. Her 5-episode appearance as the millionaire widow Helena Cassadine culminated with her casting a curse on Luke and Laura during their wedding.
My curse on you, Laura and Luke. My curse on both of you.
Did you guys become close? You alluded at one point, Tony, to a sort of a fling, if you will, or some kind of relationship.
Well, I would call it more than a fling. It would lasted 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We spent a lot of time doing crazy things, regular stuff that people would just say, well, really? You played pinball with Elizabeth Taylor? Yeah, and she was terrible. But she had a wonderful time doing it.
Doing it again? What kind of doctor are you?
I forgot.
What was my line?
With all these cameos through the years,
Hey, top again?
I couldn't resist doing one myself.
Can you comment on your mother? Shoot, I forgot my lanes.
Can you turn more down?
Oh, sorry, I screwed up. Sorry. The Prince Nicholas. Oh.
Tune in this month.
I was supposed to be over there, right, you guys?
Yeah.
As I play a General Hospital doctor. Or do I? The only truth I can reveal is
I could never make it in show business.
I should stick to my day job.
It's a wrap!
It's a wrap!
Next, suds and studs.
I think I've had them all.
So what's it really like to film those love scenes?
It's so much stop and go.
Hard to get in the mood, is that what you're trying to say, Maurice?
Love in the Afternoon. Coming up.
When you've got a soap opera, you know that means suds, steam, and sex. Lots of it. And bringing the heat to General Hospital are, you guessed it, these guys.
Oh, you are bad.
I mean, who doesn't want to see a little romance on the television, whatever time of the day?
A new person comes to the show and is a new face in the makeup room, and you're like, huh, I might take my clothes off and make out with that guy.
As long as it doesn't make you uncomfortable.
I'm not feeling uncomfortable. Just a little bit overdressed.
Yes. First order of business in a love scene, gentlemen, is losing that shirt.
They give you a call and say, hey, you're taking your shirt off in 2 weeks. So you basically put the phone down, do a couple push-ups.
Shirt off.
Like, oh my gosh. All right, fine.
You can't eat for 3 days before you do it.
I mean, I just had some Oreos just a few minutes ago.
Frequently, they will sew Velcro into the shirt so that the woman can just rip the guy's shirt off without it having to be a long drawn out, let me get that button for you, dear.
From ripping off shirts to tearing open condom wrappers with their teeth, it's not just the men who bring on the afternoon delight.
Shut up and kiss me, you jackass.
Here you are, having an opportunity to roll around in bed with the most beautiful women in television.
My characters just don't have any class. They make me out like a slut.
Steve Burton, Maurice Bernard, Ingo Rademacher.
I think I slept with all of Port Charles and Texas.
Roger Howarth, Brandon Barrage. I mean, the list goes on. I think I've had them all.
I normally am complaining, like, I've got to be in pasties and a thong. I was like, yeah, I'm in pasties and a thong today.
If you think that's outrageous, consider this. Monica went away to a spa and had an affair with a tennis pro who was later revealed to be her husband Alan's nephew, Ned Ashton, son of Monica's sister-in-law, Tracy Quartermain.
Oh, my heavens. Yeah, well, that's right. Yes, I didn't know that I had a brief fling with my nephew.
Ned and I were involved at Green Meadows.
Who are you? There's definitely 50 shades of GH.
And one of those shades is pixelation, when a sex scene is too good to say cut.
I mean, you don't have to keep one foot on the ground when you kiss somebody, for sure.
Yes, it hasn't always been so racy.
How's my darling?
Back in the day, it took a lot less to cause a scandal.
You couldn't say pregnant, let alone be it.
Intimacy on television has changed throughout the years. I think when someone's hands touched back in the 50s or 60s, it was a very electric moment.
Oh, years ago, you couldn't even shoot a husband and wife in the same bed.
Bed? Who said anything about a bed?
What's his couch doing here?
I don't know. It's your fantasy.
I don't know that I've ever actually made love to a man in a bed. There's a lot of sofa love, a lot of floor love.
Not many characters have bedroom sets because they cost a lot of money. So generally, if you're having sex on General Hospital, it's on a couch, it's in a hotel room, it's at the hospital, or it's against a wall.
Or it's in the rain, in the sand, on the grass. But no matter where the location is, shooting a love scene comes with instructions.
Cue the lights.
And go. Okay, now move your arm down her shoulder, turn her a little to the left, move your head out of the way.
Okay, roll over, touch his face.
It's so much stop and go. Lights.
Hard to get in the mood, is that what you're saying, Maurice?
You try, you know what I mean? But then you gotta kiss the shoulder, then you gotta kiss down the arm, then you gotta touch the hair, and then you gotta stop, and then anyway, it's not
Must be frustrating. Once the mood is set and the candles magically ignite, just make sure the fire doesn't get too hot, if you know what I mean.
We had a long-running joke with the men. The code word was dead puppies. Just think about dead puppies. No one gets excited about that.
Yeah, it's either that or grandma's. Oh, sorry. We can't say that, can we?
But a little chemistry in real life doesn't hurt when you're trying to create chemistry on camera.
Gotta have that little sex appeal, and you sort of have a secret lust. And if you have a secret crush on your co-star, that's the secret.
I have something under my kilt now, but I did not have anything under the kilt for the Duke and Anna's wedding, I must say. She knew that. Nobody else did. Actually, yes, somebody else did.
I have been on the set of General Hospital where a real-life couple was playing a love scene and they were just completely naked and more realistic in every way, which you cannot use.
What I could do and what I wish I could do, I usually was doing when the scene was over. Yeah, we'll just go down to the dressing room, okay? We wrapped?
Cut.
Next, the hidden nooks and crannies of Port Charles.
Where it all goes down, the good, bad, and the ugly.
I got shot in the back.
Had 3 hit and runs.
Don't get married in Port Charles.
Your visitor's guide.
Hope y'all have a good time.
Coming up. General Hospital, the real soap dish, continues.
If you're checking in here at the Metro Court Hotel in Port Charles anytime soon, whether for business or pleasure, we thought you might need a visitor's guide to help you navigate your way around town.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Port Charles, New York.
Hope y'all have a good time. Hope you find what you're looking for in Port Charles.
As a city, expect the unexpected.
When packing for your trip to Port Charles, bring clothes for every conceivable type of weather.
It has mountains very close by, you can ski.
And it has palm trees, and it looks like California.
And don't forget a parka.
What about that weather machine?
There's always a slight chance that a crazy man will try to freeze the entire city.
I have decided to lower the temperature in Port Charles to 40 below zero.
There is only one full-service hotel in Port Charles.
The Metro Court is where it all goes down, the good, bad, and the ugly.
And I mean full service.
And it's my hotel. I fight and scream and yell and make out in the middle of my hotel, and I'm like, I am the worst hotel owner.
Oh yes, a few years back, the entire town was taken hostage here by a madman.
No, it's not the Holiday Inn.
Looking for a place to grab a meal or meet some of the locals?
These are counterfeit.
What? Stop by Kelly's.
It's the meeting place. Whether you want to have a romantic lunch,
Something to be said in taking things slowly, right?
a serious sit down,
The side effects can include irritability.
I am not irritable.
or if you're doing a little trafficking.
There's something I need you to do.
Or try the floating rib.
The floating rib is a seedy bar with a pool table where people sometimes take their clothes off. They sometimes have sex on the pool table. There will invariably be a fight or someone hurling something at someone else.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
One cautionary tip when driving from one hotspot to another, be extremely careful.
People in Port Charles are terrible drivers.
I've had 3 hit and runs. One, I just ran right over the body and kept going. And they never even took my license.
If you're unlucky on the roads, though, don't worry. At General Hospital, you'll receive downright miraculous care.
Something's wrong. He's afraid that my brain is short-circuiting.
It's pretty amazing the things that kind of come into that table and how within a couple days they're just kind of back at it.
What we're looking at is an acute case of embarrassment.
Just be aware, there's a good chance you may run into gunshot victims while you're at General Hospital.
Not to get serious about gun control, but the first place they should start would be Port Charles, because everybody either has a gun, has access to a gun, finds a gun, or knows how to shoot a gun.
I've been shot.
I've been held at gunpoint.
I got shot in the back.
How many times have my boyfriends been shot or stabbed? I have lost track.
I shot myself in the foot once.
Wear a bulletproof vest.
The best way to stay safe during your visit?
Don't go down to the docks. Certainly not after dark, anyway.
No one goes there to, look at the view. It's a place for serious conversations.
You shouldn't have interfered.
And gunfights.
Just shut up and march out.
Perhaps you're just in town to attend a wedding.
Don't get married in Port Charles.
Get this done because I would like to have a damn drink already.
More often than not, weddings are crashed by scorned ex-lovers.
No. You know what? I object.
Stunning confessions.
You slept with him?
And sometimes, yes, you guessed it, gunshots. The weddings that actually do take place don't always last very long.
Once you get married, you know pretty much that around the corner there's gonna be a breakup.
I think I've made it 6 months married once.
You need to do your part and breathe.
If you're an expectant mother, you should know that women here are prone to going into labor at the most unexpected times. In elevators.
Don't push. Don't push.
During train wrecks.
You're almost there. I think I see the head.
This poor mom was even shocked when she went into labor. Be sure to keep a close eye on your children in Port Charles.
This isn't my baby.
Babies have a tendency to go missing.
What's wrong? I mean, what would you have to do? Have a home birth?
I'm gonna do an episiotomy now, but oh no! Oh!
And then get a pair of handcuffs and keep her strapped to you for a while.
And children grow up very quickly here.
She's 15 and she was gonna have sex with that boy in her bedroom?
Thanks to a unique condition known as SORAS.
Soap opera rapid aging syndrome is a syndrome that affects only soap opera children.
That happened with Maxie, I remember. One weekend, she aged like 6 years.
They're like, you know, nursing and changing diapers, and all of a sudden they're like, whoa, the hell did that happen?
That's it. Dominican Republic, here I come.
The hardest thing to do in Port Charles is leave.
This is awful.
And that's why hardly anyone ever does.
Next, Luke and Laura, their first reunion in 5 years.
30 million people. Why do you think so many people watched your wedding?
It was the moment everyone was waiting for.
Plus all your other favorite super duos.
Who do you think was the best match for Sunny?
Oh, man.
Coming up.
They were the shot of adrenaline General Hospital needed.
Anybody hit?
He, a low-life frontman for the mob.
Laura!
She, a good girl from a broken home. But together, Luke Spencer and Laura Weber became daytime magic.
We're gonna get dressed up to the hilt, to the teeth, girl.
The iconic super couple everyone would come to know as Luke and Laura.
She was the young innocent, he was the criminal.
They were bigger than me?
We wanted them to get together and be happy.
And on November 17th, 1981, it finally happened. The most unforgettable moment in General Hospital's history.
You may kiss the bride.
Or on any other daytime soap, for that matter.
The way Luke and Laura looked at each other, you're watching it going, oh my God, they're so happy.
30 million people tuned in. Their I Do's the highest rated moment in daytime history.
It was just an amazing thing to have been able to participate in.
Just doing the work was so exciting.
So exciting.
Jeannie Francis and Anthony Geary have played Luke and Laura for more than 3 decades. 30 million people. When you think of that, even 30 years later, are you just astounded?
I'm surprised that we're still, after 30 years, talking about it.
That year, there was another high-profile wedding. And that bride, Princess Diana, a General Hospital fan herself, sent a special toast to celebrate Luke and Laura's wedding. When you heard that she had sent you champagne.
I was so young, Katie. They had to explain to me who it was.
Did you do the honors?
I tell you, that's a very special bottle. I saved it. I shared that bottle with Elizabeth Taylor. I told her that I had this one. She said, well, break it out, honey. Let's drink it.
Really?
So we did.
Of course, Luke and Laura are not the only super couple to check into General Hospital over the years.
My favorite couple, no offense, Luke and Laura,
No!
was Alan and Monica.
Over my dead body!
When Alan and Monica were trying to kill each other.
Your son belonged to another man and you wanted Rick and me dead.
Oh my gosh, it was great.
In fact, red-hot super couples have always been on the front burner in Port Charles.
When we first met, we looked at each other and we were like, wow, it's just like 2 unibrows.
When Anna Devane and Duke Lavery got together, fans would exclaim, "Great Scott!"
And I think the thinking back then was that Anna's very excited by, you know, bad boys.
The couple would do their best to keep their romance under wraps, but when they hit the dance floor, their love affair was exposed. Fans also loved GH super couple Frisco and Felicia Jones.
What's your name?
Felicia? You know, they were lighthearted, carefree, 2 young people, taking lots of risks. It was fun.
That fun on screen soon turned into real-life romance off screen.
I mean, I married my leading man.
And we fell in love on the show and had a family together.
The real-life couple eventually divorced, but the show recently brought the characters back. At this week's Nurses Ball, Frisco sings All I Need
Is just a little more time.
to his one-time love.
To sing it to Christina. Special.
I love him dearly. I'll always love him dearly.
And how can we talk about super couples and not talk about the many super loves of Sonny Corinthos, mobster by day, Romeo by night?
Why do you think he's so popular? He's such a bad guy.
I think in general, I think women like to fix men, you know? And he's a character that needs a lot of fixing.
And oh, have there been a string of women who have tried to fix Sonny.
And wrap me.
Your character has been in love a lot with a lot of different women. Brenda, Carly, and now Kate/Connie.
Oh yeah. This is crazy.
Who do you think was the best match for Sonny?
Oh, man. All these fan bases.
Is this like Sophie's Choice?
Yeah, they're gonna get mad at me. Look, you know, I always say the best one is the one I'm with, okay? But you're the woman I chose. When he loves deep.
And after 50 years of love stories, avid fans will still tell you it's hard to top super couple Luke and Laura. Do you think it would be possible to have a general hospital without the promise of Luke and Laura being together again?
I think that there's a place for Luke and Laura as long as we're around, but it can't be, the audience can't insist that it be what it was because,
It has to be what it is.
Next, soap opera? Not quite. Soap rock music? Definitely. From John Stamos to Jack Wagner.
It was really about our hair.
Ricky Martin to Rick Springfield.
It seemed at this point appropriate to come on and sing Jesse's Girl.
The Heartthrobs with the hits. Coming up.
Baby, come to me. Come to me.
James Ingram and Patty Austin's song Baby Come to Me was a minor hit in 1982 until
Baby, come to me.
a year later it became the love theme for Luke Spencer and Holly Scorpio. The song was re-released and hit #1. That's the power of General Hospital, a show with a long history of pop music roots. Luke and Laura helped inspire 2 hits. Christopher Cross's Think of Laura, their love theme, and the other, Herb Alpert's Rise, strangely associated with Luke's rape of Laura.
No! No, Luke, no!
That also rose to #1. Music's influence goes back to the very beginnings of General Hospital. In the 60s, a live organist would accompany the actors while they played their scenes. Over the years, some big names in music have popped by for a cameo.
Mr. B.B. King!
B.B. King, Julio Iglesias, Lou Rawls, and Sammy Davis Jr.
You think I'll go over?
In the late 80s, with his Da-Do Run Run days behind him, Sean Cassidy joined the show as a troubled drifter on a singing tour. And after his childhood success with the boy band Menudo, Ricky Martin joined the cast as a singer hoping for his big break.
How do you do that?
3 years after he left the show, that second big break came, and he was living La Vida Loca. In the 80s, music and General Hospital collided very unexpectedly. Rick Springfield was an Australian singer-songwriter with moderate chart success,
Wait till you see what's for dessert.
who in 1981 signed a 2-year deal with GH honcho Gloria Monty to portray Dr. Noah Drake.
Oh, it's nothing the average brilliant doctor couldn't handle.
I mean, they hired me as an actor. They didn't know that I was a musician. And 6 weeks into the show, when Jesse's Girl just started to go up the charts, Gloria kind of sidled up to me and said, I hear you're a musician, too.
You know, I wish that I had Jesse's
The Jesse's Girl success caught Rick by surprise, a #1 hit that made him a pop music superstar overnight.
It was pretty wild. I mean, we really couldn't go anywhere, and with the whole music thing, too, on top of it, the shows were always really just insane.
Back in the 80s, when Rick Springfield was selling out concerts across the country, on the GH set, he didn't sing a note.
I was having, a difficulty separating the acting and the music in people's minds. So I didn't ever want to sing on the show because I didn't want to mix the two.
Rick Springfield's success seemed to inspire more music storylines on the soap. The same year he left the show, Blackie and the Riff Raff was formed. Blackie was John Stamos, the drummer of the band, in his first TV job. The group's lead singer, another unknown, Jack Wagner.
Working with John Stamos, I mean, it was really about our hair.
The band may have been fictional, but just 3 weeks after Wagner joined the show, ABC Connection scored him a meeting with music producer Quincy Jones, and a record deal followed.
Well, GH created my singing career, and I had a window of kind of considered being a balladeer through the 80s, but I did tour for years. I still do a couple concert dates a year.
The parallel careers of Rick Springfield and Jack Wagner, and even John Stamos, worked very well for General Hospital because they were gaining outside popularity at the same time that they were in your living room every day. And, any day they could have burst into song on the show. So you couldn't miss it.
In the 90s, the Nurses' Ball gave the rest of the GH cast an opportunity to strut their musical stuff. And this year, the Nurses' Ball is featuring a familiar face. Rick Springfield is back, playing himself, and finally bringing together his music life with his life on General Hospital.
I owe the start of my career to this show. I mean, it was very instrumental in the beginning, and so it seemed at this point appropriate to come on and sing Jesse's Girl. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
As General Hospital now enters its 6th decade, the writers are dreaming up new ways to keep the medical staff here busy. And while they're doing that, I think I'll go and see if some of those cute doctors are on call. Thanks for watching. Good night.